My child, do not ignore this moment. Archangel Michael stands at your door with a message that will shake your spirit awake. The realms above have already stirred, and a force of divine magnitude is being released into your journey at this very hour. Do not hesitate, for this message is not meant for the masses, it is meant for you alone. Listen with the ears of your heart. The hand of the divine now rests upon your dwelling, and Michael's sword has cut through every falsehood that once surrounded you. A divine surprise is already making its way toward you. This is not by chance. It was inscribed in the heavenly records long before your first breath. You are hearing this now because your silent tears have reached the ears of heaven. And tonight, the heavens respond. The voice of God whispers, "Pause." What is about to unfold will leave you in awe. The door you believed was forever closed is about to open wide. The sorrow you have carried like heavy chains is about to be shattered. There has been someone whose envy tried to hold back your blessing. But I tell you, no force can hinder what has already been decreed in the courts of heaven. Dearest one, this is a moment of urgency. Do not turn away, for within this message lies the key to your next miracle. Archangel Michael urges, open your heart without delay, for hesitation could cause you to miss the divine timing of your blessing. Even now, angels are moving, your name shining in their hands. They come bearing gifts of peace, renewal, and unexpected abundance. Those who wished to bury your future thought they could succeed, but God declares, I buried my son, and he rose again. Why would I not raise you up as well? This is not a tale. It is your reality. You will witness it with your own eyes. Child of light, the surprise is closer than you imagine. The knock at your door will not be ordinary. The call you receive will not be by chance. The letter addressed to you will be unlike any other. These are signs from above. Remain alert. Heaven never sends without purpose. If this message is stirring something within you, take a moment to subscribe so you never miss another word from the divine. The language of heaven is spoken here, and if you miss it now, it may not return in the same way again. Archangel Michael reveals, someone has spoken your name in secret. They tried to close doors and turn hearts against you. But tonight, God has overturned every scheme, and angels have been stationed to protect your home. You are not here by accident. You have been guided to this message because your destiny is about to shift. Now, wait. God says, pause here, for what I reveal next will astonish you. There is someone close to you, someone you never suspected, who has harbored jealousy. But heaven says, do not be afraid. That envy has become the very wind that will carry you into your miracle. The more they plot, the more I bless. The more they curse, the more I multiply. What was meant to harm you has already been transformed for your good. Listen, beloved. The surprise is already on its way to your home. Your name is engraved upon it. It will not pass you by. This blessing cannot be stopped. But your willingness to receive this message is the key. Do not turn away. Do not ignore this moment. The miracle is already unfolding. Stay focused. Archangel Michael stands beside you now. In his hand is the scroll of your destiny, and upon it is written, "It is finished." Your prayers have been heard. Your tears have been counted. Your cries in the night have been answered. The response is already on its way. If you are still listening, heaven smiles upon you. This is not for everyone. It is for the few who truly believe. If this word is for you, hold it close. And again, make sure you subscribe, for Archangel Michael will return with another message crafted just for you. Now, precious soul, God leaves you with this final word for now. Open this message without delay. Delay is dangerous. The blessing is unstoppable. The miracle is closer than your next breath. The surprise is already on its way to your home. And once it arrives, nothing and no one will be able to take it from you. Pause and feel this moment. The atmosphere around you has shifted. Heaven is drawing near. Archangel Michael whispers, "This is your hour. This is your word. Do not ignore it." You may think you found this message by chance, but it was divine orchestration. Your spirit was summoned here because this message belongs to you alone. The stirring you feel in your heart is not your imagination. It is the vibration of heaven announcing that something is about to break open in your life. God says, "Wait, for what I am about to reveal will leave you amazed." You have waited for years, prayed for answers, longed for relief, and now the delay is ending. Someone tried to keep your blessing locked away. They thought they could hide the truth from you. But the Lord declares, "No wall is too high, no hand is strong enough to block what I have commanded." The angels are already carrying your package of restoration. Beloved, this is urgent. You may wonder if this is real. But look at your own life. Have you not felt a heaviness lately? Have you not noticed signs that something unusual is stirring? That was heaven preparing you for this very moment. Archangel Michael stands before you, holding a scroll with your name inscribed in golden letters. The words upon it read, "Your breakthrough has been released." Do not skip this message, for it will not come again in the same way. Listen closely. A surprise is approaching your home. It is not ordinary. It is not small. It is a divine delivery, crafted by the hands of God. God says, "My child, your tears have been enough. I have gathered every one, and now I pour them back as rivers of joy." What was delayed is now released. What was stolen will be returned in double. What was broken will be restored. Archangel Michael adds, "Do not fear the noise of your enemies. Their whispers cannot cancel heaven's decree. Their schemes will become the very ladder that lifts you higher. What they meant to destroy you has already become the soil for your miracle." My beloved, wait and listen. This is for you alone. Someone close to you, someone you trusted, was used as a tool against you. But heaven says that betrayal cannot stop your blessing. Instead, it will reveal the truth and clear your path. The very stone thrown at you will become the cornerstone of your new season. Do you feel your heart quicken as you hear this? That is your spirit recognizing the language of heaven. If this word is piercing your soul, do not hesitate. Subscribe now so you never miss the next message heaven has prepared. For Archangel Michael does not speak lightly, and every word is appointed for the chosen. Child of the divine, I must caution you, do not overlook this message. The blessing is already in motion, but the adversary will attempt to distract you. Remain vigilant. Remain awake, for in the coming days you will witness a sign, a call, a message, or a meeting that will confirm this word. When it happens, you will know that heaven was speaking directly to you in this very moment. God says, "Do not be afraid. What is meant for you cannot be taken away. What I have written over your life cannot be erased." The surprise is unstoppable. Archangel Michael urges, open your heart without hesitation. Every delay you have endured is now being repaid in multiplied form. What you thought was lost forever is returning to you more swiftly than you ever imagined. My child, lean in one more time. This is the truth, the blessing has your name engraved upon it. Angels are already on their way to your home. Delay is dangerous. But if you receive this word with faith, nothing and no one can stop what has already been destined for you. Pause here for a moment. You may think this is just another message, but heaven is stirring your spirit because this is a turning point in your life. Archangel Michael says, "Do not take this lightly, for your entire future stands at the edge of this revelation. The heavens have watched you closely. Every tear that fell when no one understood, every sleepless night, every silent prayer, every battle fought in your mind, God has seen it all. Now, the answer you have been waiting for is being released. Do not let yourself be distracted. This word is not for everyone. It is for you. That is why your spirit led you here at this precise moment. God says, my child, you will be amazed at how quickly I turn your situation around. In a single day, I will shift what you thought would take years. Listen carefully. You are standing at the threshold of breakthrough. That is why the opposition has been so fierce. That is why confusion, heaviness, and unexpected challenges have surrounded you lately. The enemy sensed what heaven was about to release and tried to block you. But Archangel Michael now raises his sword and proclaims, no force of darkness can stand against the decree of God. Beloved soul, do not skip this. In a short time, something will arrive at your home, at your doorstep, at your heart. It will come as a surprise, but heaven has been preparing it for years. Your destiny is about to be unlocked, and the door you thought was sealed is already opening. Wait. God says, what happens next will astonish you. The person who doubted you will witness your rise. The one who tried to block you will see you receive. And the one who walked away will realize they left a chosen one behind. This is not vengeance, it is revelation. Child, Archangel Michael leans closer and says, your name has been spoken in the council of heaven. Angels have been dispatched on your behalf. The package of blessing has already left the throne and it cannot return empty. Do not doubt. Even now, signs are forming around you, a phone call, a dream, a sudden shift in the atmosphere. These are signals from heaven that your delivery is near. Watch closely, for heaven always confirms before it manifests. My child, let me remind you again. This is not for the many. This is for the few who are chosen. That is why you are hearing this. That is why your heart feels stirred. Do not take this lightly. If this divine message is awakening your spirit, pause and subscribe right now, not for numbers, but so you never miss what heaven has prepared for you. Every word spoken here is timely, urgent, and destined to reach the chosen at the appointed hour. God says, I am the one who brings rivers to the desert. I am the one who turns ashes into beauty. I am the one who lifts the forgotten and places them in honor. This is your time. This is your season. The surprise is unstoppable. My child, remember this truth, delay is dangerous. Blessing is unstoppable. The miracle is already moving. The angels are already on their way. All you need to do is believe, open your heart, and watch as heaven unfolds what was promised long ago. Lean closer now. Archangel Michael is not speaking to the crowd. He is speaking to you. This word is sealed with your name. If you let it pass, you may miss the very shift heaven has been arranging for you. God says, do not ignore this. The answer you prayed for is standing at your door. Beloved, heaven has seen the silent pain you never spoke aloud. You have carried battles within your soul that no one else could understand. Yet you kept walking. You kept believing, even when everything inside you wanted to give up. God says, because you did not quit, I will not delay any longer. The time has come. Do you feel it? Even as these words reach your ears, something is stirring in your spirit. That stirring is confirmation. The angels are near. Archangel Michael stands beside you with his sword drawn, guarding the miracle that is on its way. Nothing and no one can block what has already been commanded. Wait, pause here. God says, what happens next will astonish you. Someone who doubted you is about to witness your rise. Someone who betrayed you is about to see your restoration. Someone who laughed at your pain will have no choice but to watch as heaven crowns you with favor. Do not fear the noise. Your enemies are loud because they are desperate. They sense what heaven has already released. But listen, what they try to destroy, God multiplies. What they try to bury, God resurrects. Your blessing is too weighty for them to carry and too sacred for them to touch. My child, the delivery has already left the throne room of heaven. It is not waiting. It is not delayed. Angels are moving swiftly toward your home, your family, your future. This surprise will not come in fragments. It will arrive whole, overflowing, undeniable. Beloved, hear me. This word is not for everyone. That is why you are still listening. That is why your heart cannot stop racing. Heaven is marking you as chosen. Archangel Michael declares, the scroll of your destiny has been opened. The season of silence is over. Your new chapter begins now. If this word has pierced your soul, pause for a moment. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss the next divine revelation. Every message is a seed from heaven. If you receive it, it will blossom into miracles in your life. Child of God, wait again. There is something hidden I must reveal. Someone close to you, someone you least expected, has been a barrier to your blessing. But heaven says their mask is about to fall. The truth will be revealed and the path that was blocked will suddenly clear. Do not fear their reaction. Fear only missing your destiny. The Lord says, I am rewriting your story. What was meant to harm you is becoming the very fuel that lifts you higher. What the enemy built against you is collapsing even now. And in its place, I am building a new foundation of favor, abundance, and peace. Beloved, this is urgent. Delay is dangerous. Already angels are gathering at your side. Already your name is echoing in heaven. Already the surprise has been released and it is racing toward you. My child, I bless you with this word, open this instantly. Your miracle is unstoppable. Your destiny is secure. Your surprise is on its way. And once it arrives, no one will ever be able to take it from you again. Beloved, do not turn away from this message. Archangel Michael speaks, your spirit was drawn here, not by accident, but by divine appointment. Perhaps you felt restless today, a sense of anticipation as if something was about to shift. That was heaven stirring your soul, preparing you for this very revelation. God says, you have been hidden for a season. You felt overlooked, even forgotten. But in truth, I was sheltering you. I was crafting something in the shadows so that when I revealed you, no one could deny it was my hand at work. That unveiling begins now. Listen closely. There is a sound in the spiritual realm, the sound of chains breaking. Every delay that wrapped itself around your destiny is being shattered in this moment. The heaviness that slowed you is lifting. Even the voices that spoke against you are falling silent, for heaven has issued a new decree. My child, this message is not for everyone. That is why your heart is trembling, why your body feels the energy of these words. Archangel Michael leans close and whispers, the package of blessing has already been signed, sealed, and sent. It is unstoppable. Nothing on earth, nothing in the spirit world can block it now. Wait, for what comes next will surprise you. Someone connected to you has secretly envied you. They smiled to your face but wished for your downfall. Yet their jealousy became the very reason heaven accelerated your miracle. Their attempts to bury you only pressed you deeper into the presence of God. And in that presence, a blessing was born that they will never comprehend. Beloved, take this seriously. A wonderful surprise is already moving toward your home. I see doors opening suddenly. I see unexpected favor chasing you. I see healing flowing into your body, your family, your finances. This is not fantasy, it is manifestation. Do not ignore the signs. In the coming days, you will encounter a clear confirmation, a message, a dream, a call, or an encounter that will leave you speechless. That will be heaven's way of saying, yes, this word was for you. Yes, your time has come. My child, pause and let this truth settle in your heart. You are chosen. You are marked. That is why the battles were fierce, but also why the blessing is greater. Archangel Michael now raises his sword and declares, the atmosphere around you is shifting. Darkness is retreating. Light is taking over. If this word is stirring your spirit, do not let it pass you by. Subscribe now so you remain connected to every divine message that heaven pours out in this place. The chosen must stay awake, or they risk missing their appointed moment. God says, Beloved, I am about to astonish you with goodness. The very place of your tears will become the place of your laughter. The very area of your loss will become the field of your harvest. What you thought was over is only beginning. My child, the blessing is unstoppable. The surprise has already been dispatched. Archangel Michael says, open this instantly. Delay is dangerous. The miracle is moving, and once it arrives, it will not leave your hands again. Breathe with me now. Archangel Michael leans in and says, this is not a rehearsal. This is your appointed moment. Your life has been moving like a river beneath ice, quiet, hidden, but powerful. The ice has begun to crack. What was held back by fear, shame, and doubt is now rushing toward you with unstoppable force. Listen. The next thing you hear will confirm this word, a knock, a message, a call, a name spoken in a dream. These are the stamps of heaven. God says, pay attention to small things. Heaven often sends confirmation through the smallest door. Do not dismiss anything as coincidence. Every small thing matters now, beloved. The enemy loved to whisper lies. It's too late. You missed it. You aren't chosen. Hear me, those lies are defeated. Archangel Michael breaks them with a voice that shakes the darkness. You are chosen. Your time is now. The very lies that tried to cage you will become the chorus that proclaims your freedom. Do not skip ahead, for the most important part is coming. God says, what I will do is greater than you expect. Expect doors to open you never knocked on. Expect people to come into alignment with your purpose who once seemed unrelated. Expect provision, favor, and reconciliation to arrive in unexpected and beautiful ways. My child, this message is for you alone. It is not for the crowd, not for the curious, not for those who simply wish to listen without changing. If your heart trembles, then this is your appointment. If you feel warmth in your chest, that is heaven acknowledging you. Hold on to that sensation. It is real. Archangel Michael warns, do not let pride or fear steal what is coming. Sometimes blessings are lost at the doorstep because people hesitate or doubt. When you see the sign, move toward it. Open the door. Answer the call. The kingdom of heaven honors the brave step of faith. Listen, God speaks again. There will be a revelation about someone you trusted. It may not be easy to hear. The truth can sting like salt, but it cleanses. When the mask falls, do not rush to judge or seek revenge. Instead, receive clarity. Use it to reposition, to choose wisely, to guard your heart with wisdom. Beloved, there is also reconciliation on the horizon for some. Families broken by secrets will taste healing. Old arguments will be silenced by new understanding. But remember, not every relationship returns. Some are gently folded away to make room for the new. Do not chase every closed door. Let heaven guide which doors to reopen. God says, prepare your house, not only your physical home, but the rooms of your heart, your thoughts, and your priorities. Clear away clutter that takes up space meant for the miracle. Forgive where you can. Set boundaries where you must. Clean the soil where the seed of your blessing will fall. My child, the timing is precise. Angels know how to navigate human schedules. There will be windows, moments when favor aligns and when it does not. If you see a window opening, move quickly. Archangel Michael says, strike when the iron is hot. Heaven gives timing to those who see it. Do not be surprised if you feel tested before the blessing lands. Tests are not punishments. They are the final training grounds before increase. God says, if you withstand this season, you will enter your increase with strength and wisdom. Face the tests with faith, not fear. Beloved, for those who have felt hope slipping away, listen closely. Hope is not a mere wish, it is a promise anchored in the heart of heaven. God says, I do not forget my promises. I am slow to leave, but swift to reward those who believe. Let hope rise within you like the dawn, quiet at first, then unstoppable. If this word is touching your spirit, subscribe and remain with us. Heaven's messages come in seasons, and you must be present to receive what is next. Do this not for me, but for your destiny. Do it so you never miss the sign that confirms what is already on its way to you. Now hear this, there is a rearrangement of people coming into your life. Some will step in to help, to mentor, to bless. Others will be removed, not as punishment, but as protection, so that your space is prepared for what fits the new season. Celebrate both kinds of change, for both are from the divine. Archangel Michael says, guard your heart. When favor comes, envy often awakens in others. Do not let greed or sudden attention change who you are. Let gratitude be your garment, not arrogance. The truest test of blessing is how it shapes your character. God speaks clearly, financial doors will open, but steward them well. Unexpected provision can become a burden if mishandled. Invest in relationships, in your health, and in the mission you were born to fulfill. When you are faithful with little, greater things come naturally. Heaven blesses good stewardship. Beloved, do not confuse speed with certainty. Some miracles arrive suddenly, others unfold gently. Both are ordained. Rejoice in what comes quickly, and be patient with what is still growing. Archangel Michael reassures you, I am beside you every step. You are not walking alone. There will be dreams, pay attention. Dreams are not always symbolic, sometimes they are blueprints. Write down what you remember. Share them with someone wise. Dreams can be the first confirmation of what heaven has whispered to your spirit. My child, someone who left you unexpectedly will return. Not always to stay, but to complete what must be finished. When they return, hold courage, not a wounded heart. Let healing be your first response and wisdom your guide. Some doors are for brief visits, others for a lifetime. Only heaven knows which is which. God says you will receive a message that will change your plans. Be flexible. The miracle may require a pivot, a different choice, a new route, a sudden yes to an unusual opportunity. Do not be so fixed on your plan that you miss a miracle arriving by another path. Beloved, your health is part of this season. For bodies that have been weary, expect restoration. For minds clouded by worry, expect clarity. For families feeling distant, expect reunion. The surprise is holistic, restoring what the enemy tried to break: body, mind, relationships, and finances. Archangel Michael now commands, declare it. Speak the change aloud. When heaven moves, our words partner with its action. Say, this is my season. I receive. I open. Simple words spoken with faith are doors thrown open to heaven's favor. Do not let past mistakes steal your future. Regret is a thief. Confession is the key. If you have held on to shame, bring it into the light. God says, I am not limiting your future to your past. Come as you are, then rise as I equip you. The surprise will override former errors. Child, be gentle with yourself during change. Transition can feel turbulent, even when it is good. Give yourself rest. Celebrate small wins. Recognize that each step forward is sacred. Archangel Michael holds a torch to light your path. Follow it steadily, not recklessly. My child, come closer. The air around you trembles because heaven is speaking directly into your life. Archangel Michael says, do not treat this lightly. This message was carved for your heart alone. Your spirit knows this is true. Let that knowing guide you. Now, listen. God says, what I am about to release will overturn your expectations. When you imagine how things should happen, remember my ways are higher. Expect the unexpected. Expect doors to open in places you never imagined. Beloved, there will be a sudden alignment of people and timing. Someone will appear who carries a key to your next season. They may seem ordinary, but heaven sent them with extraordinary authority to shift your path. Stay alert when new faces show favor. Do not skip this. God says, wait, the next detail will astonish you. A resource you believed lost will return multiplied. A relationship you mourned may come back, but different, healthier, wiser, protected by new boundaries. Receive with discernment, not desperation. Archangel Michael warns, watch the small things. They are the beginnings of great miracles. A slight change in conversation, a text you almost deleted, a dream you almost forgot, these are the breadcrumbs heaven leaves. Follow them faithfully. Beloved, your finances are included in this surprise. God says, I am opening stores of provision you didn't know I had prepared. This may come as a job, a gift, a clearing of debt, or a sudden opportunity. When it comes, steward it with humility and wisdom. Do not be surprised if you feel pressure before the release. Pressure shapes precious metal. The refining season prepares you for greater capacity. Archangel Michael says, endure the pressing and receive the fruit of it. Your character will shine, and with it, your blessing. Child, there is a revelation coming about an old secret. When truth surfaces, confusion may try to follow. Hold steady. God says, truth clears the air, even when it stings at first. Let truth do its work. Do not smother it to keep a peace that costs your peace. If this is touching you, subscribe and remain close to these messages. Heaven communicates in seasons, and staying connected keeps your spirit tuned to the next instruction. Do it now, not for numbers, but for your next appointment. Beloved, a reconciliation may appear that heals a wound you thought permanent. But know this, reconciliation does not mean returning to old broken patterns. It means entering a new covenant of respect and boundaries, guided by wisdom from above. God says, some doors will close to make way for a greater opening. Do not mourn every closed door. Sometimes heaven shuts one to roll out another that leads to your destiny. Trust the economy of heaven. It trades small losses for exponential gain. Archangel Michael commands, guard your words when the storm passes. When blessing arrives, people will speak, some in praise, some in envy. Use your tongue to bless and your silence to protect what is fragile. Let humility be the hallmark of your increase. Child, be ready for confirmations in unusual ways, a song, a stranger's comment, a sudden image. These will affirm that heaven is indeed working for you. Keep a notebook beside your bed. Record these confirmations so your faith has a trail to follow. Do not let fear of exposure stop you from walking into your miracle. God says, I will cover you and give you the courage to stand in the light when exposed. Let gratitude be louder than shame, and let truth guide your steps forward with dignity. Beloved, your family line is being realigned. Wounds that have traveled through generations are being addressed. Healing is moving through you now, not only for your own sake, but for those who will come after you. Speak wellness over your lineage. Declare restoration aloud. God whispers, you will be given unexpected wisdom in the days ahead. Choices will require clarity, and the wisdom you need will arrive like a gentle voice within. Practice listening. Obey the small promptings. They will add up to the right path. Archangel Michael says, do not be ashamed of small beginnings. A miracle may start with a seed that no one notices. Nurture it. Protect it. Water it with patience and prayer. Soon it will grow into what was always intended for you. Beloved, for those who have felt spiritually dry, a fresh wind is coming. Expect spiritual encounters that refresh and renew. Times of hunger are about to become seasons of feasting. God will meet you in the quiet and fill you until you overflow. Do not skip this moment. God says, wait, for confirmation will come almost immediately after you obey. Obedience unlocks acceleration. When you follow the small prompt, great favor arrives faster than you expect. Child, expect a realignment in your work or calling. Doors that were closed will swing open. Projects that stalled will resume with new partners. If you have been seeking promotion or breakthrough, prepare yourself, for heaven often answers through people who recognize your diligence. Beloved, healing is for those who have been wounded. Perhaps your body has carried pain, expect restoration. Not every cure is instant, but a significant turning is on the way. Hold to hope and engage wisely with both prayer and care. God says, you will see favor where you once saw only obstacles. Friends will speak well of you in places you cannot enter. Invisible votes of favor are being cast in your name. Let gratitude guide your response when doors open. Archangel Michael declares, now is not the time for comparison. Comparison steals joy and distracts from your unique path. The surprise meant for you cannot be measured by what others receive. Celebrate others and hold fast to your own season. Beloved, you will be given a clear nudge to change direction. Say yes when prompted. Miracles sometimes require an unusual step, a message sent, a call returned, a meeting accepted. If heaven prompts you, respond without overthinking. Do not be afraid of being seen. God says, you were made for a purpose that requires visibility. Let your life reflect the goodness you have received. Shine, not to boast, but to guide others toward hope. Child, pray for wisdom in relationships. Not all returns are meant to be permanent. Some people come back to finish a chapter and then leave with blessing. Discernment will keep your heart safe and your future bright. Beloved, expect restorative surprises in your home. Peace where tension once lived. Family tables will be sweeter. Conversations will yield understanding. The atmosphere in your house will change. Honor that shift with gratitude. God whispers again, you will be amazed at how quickly I can turn a setback into a setup. Keep your eyes on me during the transition. I am arranging things behind the scenes, aligning even the opposition for your good. Archangel Michael commands, declare victory now. Speak aloud, I receive. I open. I embrace the surprise God brings. Words joined with faith move mountains and unlock heaven's speed. Do not let past shame silence your new song. God says, I am writing your story anew. Sing the new chorus. Even if your voice trembles, heaven will tune it into strength. Beloved, this season will mark you. You will look back and know this as the time heaven pivoted your life. Guard it with humility. Steward it with wisdom. Share it with grateful hands. Open this instantly. Delay is dangerous. Blessing is unstoppable. My child, stay with me. Archangel Michael stands like a sentinel at your threshold, his voice unwavering. This is your hour. This is your moment of divine reinstatement. Feel the steady rhythm of heaven aligning with your heartbeat. This is confirmation that you are not alone. Listen carefully. God says there will be a sign that cannot be mistaken. It may be a color that follows you throughout the day, a word repeated in conversations, or a number that keeps appearing. When you see it, pause and give thanks. That sign is heaven's seal on this message. It confirms that the surprise is on its way. Beloved, expect shifts in your relationships. Some people will step closer with sincere hearts. Others will gently step away because their season with you is complete. Rejoice in both. Those who stay are gifts, and those who leave make space for what is coming. Trust God's rearrangement. Do not skip this. God says, wait, the next revelation will change how you handle what follows. When the truth about someone is revealed, breathe. Do not react from old wounds. Respond with the new wisdom you have now. Let heaven's clarity guide your steps, not impulse. Archangel Michael instructs, protect your peace. When favor comes, noise follows. Keep sacred times for prayer, for quiet, for the voice of God. Those moments will anchor you when the world rushes to celebrate or to criticize. Your peace is the throne from which you will steward the blessing well. Beloved, finances are being restored, but with an invitation. Use this for purpose. God desires that your increase bless others, sow into your calling and heal areas that were broken. Generosity will not deplete you, but will circulate heaven's favor back into your life, multiplied. Child, you may feel an emotional release, old sorrow turning into gratitude. Allow it. Tears that come now are not weakness, they are the river that waters your new beginning. Let them flow, then stand up to receive what the river brings, clarity, joy, and renewed courage. Do not underestimate small acts of obedience. A simple step, calling someone back, opening a door you would normally leave closed, saying yes to a small task, can unlock a cascade of blessing. God honors small faith. Archangel Michael affirms, the courageous little steps become the foundation of great leaps. Beloved, there is a correction coming in your atmosphere. Where there was confusion, God will send clarity. Where there was misdirection, a compass of truth will appear. Follow it, even if it changes your plans. The surprise often requires a reroute, not a retreat. If this word stirs your spirit, pause and subscribe now so the next sign from heaven finds you ready. Do this as an act of faith to remain tuned to the frequency of the blessings that follow. Your next confirmation may come through these messages. Child, be ready for prophetic encounters. Someone may speak a word over your life that seals what heaven has already decreed. Receive these words with humility. Test them in prayer, but do not be quick to dismiss what carries divine alignment. Prophetic confirmations accelerate your destiny. Do not let anger be your response when truth is revealed. God says, "Let peace be your platform." When secrets come to light, let your reaction be dignified. This will honor you and open doors for reconciliation where it is wise, and protection where it is needed. Beloved, your creativity and ideas will be birthed in unexpected moments. Write them down. Acts of creation are not accidental in this season, they are blueprints from above. What you craft now may become the vessel through which many are healed and nourished. Archangel Michael warns, guard your schedule. Favor often appears in windows that seem inconvenient. Do not let busyness or pride cause you to miss a sudden opening. Make room for interruption. Sometimes, what feels like an interruption is actually an invitation in disguise. Child, healing may come in layers. Some wounds will mend quickly, others more slowly. Celebrate each stitch. Announce each victory. Speak aloud the milestones, even the small ones, because your voice partners with heaven to secure your progress. Do not be surprised by tests of loyalty. Some will reveal themselves by their absence, others by their unexpected kindness. Those who remain faithful will be your allies in this new season. Honor them. Keep them close. Beloved, restitution is a theme for many. What was taken will be returned, and sometimes multiplied. Keep a record in your heart of how God restores. These memories will fuel your faith in future storms. Gratitude for restoration amplifies what is restored. God says, expect a chain of miracles, not just a single act. The first sign will unlock another, and another, until what seemed impossible becomes your new normal. Prepare for momentum. When the first blessing arrives, be ready to steward the speed that follows. Child, your testimony will become a tool to uplift others. When you speak of what God has done, do so with humility and clarity. People hungry for hope will be drawn to your story. Use it to point them to the one who made it possible, not to yourself. Do not let fear of loss keep you from claiming your gain. Archangel Michael commands, release thoughts of scarcity. The economy of heaven is abundant. There is enough for your miracle and for others. Give freely and watch provision flow back to you. Beloved, you may find yourself overcoming obstacles that have lingered for years. Projects that were stuck will find momentum. Doors that were closed for seasons will open. The key is persistence paired with faith. Keep knocking. Heaven's timing is precise, and your persistence matters. If this word touches you deeply, subscribe and stay close. These messages are how heaven speaks in seasons. Your presence here matters, because obedience to these promptings links you to the next confirmation. Child, expect breakthroughs in conversations. Words that once wounded will soften. Confessions that once hurt will lead to healing. Let your willingness to listen be part of the miracle. Sometimes, what you need is not a long argument, but a listening ear to begin repair. Do not neglect self-care in the rush of blessing. Your body and mind have been the battleground. Now they must be restored. Rest, nourishing food, and boundaries are not luxuries, they are the soil for sustainability in your new season. Beloved, be ready to receive honor in quiet ways. Sometimes honor comes through a private word, a note, or a small act of recognition that prepares you for greater public affirmation. Receive these quietly and let them prepare your heart for larger stages. Archangel Michael declares, "Do not be deceived by shortcuts. Some will offer quick paths that compromise your values. Hold firm. Blessings that require compromise will not last. True increase aligns with integrity. Child, trust the slow work within you. Character grows in waiting, and your miracle requires a heart ready to steward it." God says, "I do not just give gifts, I form stewards." Be willing to be shaped. Do not be surprised if you are tempted to hide your blessing out of fear. God says, "Step into the light. Let your life be a lantern. Others will find their way because you dared to shine." Humility does not mean hiding. Beloved, there will be divine appointments, meetings that feel accidental but are orchestrated from above. Approach each new encounter with openness. Say yes to small invitations that align with your heart. Heaven uses them to connect you with your helpers. If a moment of doubt rises, speak truth aloud. This is my season. I receive. I open. Your declarations partner with heaven. Speak them until your courage matches your calling. Do not lose sight of prayer. This conversation with God will be your anchor through every transition. Keep speaking, keep listening, keep seeking. Prayer is how you remain partnered with heaven's unfolding. Child, the surprise is near. Move with gratitude, wisdom, and courage. Archangel Michael stands ready to announce what the throne has already declared. Open this instantly. Delay is dangerous. Blessing is unstoppable. My child, the atmosphere is charged. Do you feel it? That weight on your chest is not heaviness, it is the hand of heaven resting upon you. Archangel Michael says, "Do not run from this presence. Stay. Receive. This moment is holy." God whispers, "I have been preparing you quietly, shaping your heart through storms and silence. You thought I had forgotten you, but I was forming you in the hidden places. Now the unveiling begins. Your season of waiting has matured into your season of receiving. Beloved, listen closely. The surprise coming to your home is not just a gift, it is a key. A key that will unlock other doors. What you receive will trigger a chain reaction of breakthroughs. This is why the enemy fought you so fiercely. He saw what was about to be placed in your hands. Wait. God says, what happens next will astonish you. Someone who walked away from you will suddenly need your presence again. Their heart will be stirred in the night, their conscience restless until they find their way back to you. Do not fear this. You will know by the peace in your heart whether to let them close again or to bless them from a distance. Archangel Michael declares, "You are stepping into divine justice." What was unfair, what was stolen, what was broken, heaven has kept a record. The scales are tipping in your favor. Expect restitution. Expect repayment. Expect sudden reversal. The courtroom of heaven has ruled, and the verdict is in your favor.